Namaste to all. Welcome to my channel MA Tuitions. I'm Lida. If you're watching my channel for the first time, please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to press the bell button, then only you will get the notifications properly. The last class we were discussing about the new chapter, polynomial, and different types of polynomials, linear, cubic and quadratic, and how to write the general form of those polynomials. Okay. Today we are going to discuss a new topic regarding this polynomial, which is relation between the zeros and the coefficients of polynomial. And the last class we have already discussed about the relation between zeros and coefficient of polynomials, about the linear polynomials, isn't it? Do you remember? I'll explain. First we want to check the relation between zeros and the coefficients of polynomials in linear polynomial. So what is the general form of linear polynomial? Which is ax plus b. So we can write this x as negative b by a. This is a linear polynomial and it has only one solution, that is negative b by a. So we can write the zero of this polynomial will be equal to negative of the constant term by the coefficient of x or the variable. This you have already studied in the last class. Okay, the zero of linear polynomial have only one zero, and the zero is equal to negative of the constant by the coefficient of variables. Okay, listen. The next is quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial means its degree will be equal to 2. So we can write the general form as ax square plus bx plus c. Here the coefficients are a, b and the constant term as c, isn't it? Coefficient of x square is a, coefficient of x is b and the constant term is c. So if you are getting the zeros of this polynomial as alpha and beta, okay, alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial, then this polynomial can be written as ax square plus bx plus c can be written as x minus alpha into x minus beta. Am I right? If alpha is a zero of this polynomial, then x minus alpha is a factor. And beta is a zero of this polynomial, then x minus beta is a factor. So, by doing this, you will get x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta. Or we can write x square minus, I am taking this negative outside, and we will write beta plus alpha into x plus alpha beta. Or in other words, we can write x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So this polynomial is same as this. Okay. So the general form of this quadratic polynomial can be written like this using the zeros alpha and beta. X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. If alpha and beta are the two zeros of this polynomial. Okay. Then moving on to the cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. What does it mean? The degree will be equal to, degree is 3. And the general formula is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Here the coefficients are a, b, c and d. Am I right? So we can write if alpha, beta and gamma are the roots of these polynomials. This polynomial contains 3 zeros. Am I right? So we can write alpha plus beta plus gamma as negative b by a. Negative b by a means negative of coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma equal to c by a, which is equal to coefficient of x by coefficient of what, x cube. And one more is there, alpha beta gamma equal to negative d by a, which is equal to negative of constant term by coefficient of x cube. Here coming to the quadratic polynomial, here we forgot to write the relation between the zeros and the polynomial. We can write here alpha plus beta. Here this alpha plus beta is related to this b. So we can write alpha plus beta. Instead of alpha plus beta, we can substitute this b. So it will be negative b. Alpha plus beta equal to negative b by a, which is equal to negative of coefficient of, which is coefficient of x by coefficient of what? X square. And alpha beta can be written as C by A, which is equal to constant by coefficient of x square. So again coming to the linear polynomial, it has only one solution or it has only one zero. It will be is equal to negative b by a, that is 0 equal to negative constant by coefficient of the variable. And what about the quadratic polynomial? It has degree 2, that means 2 solutions should be there, and it is alpha and beta. Then coming to this, alpha plus beta equal to negative b by a, which is equal to negative of the coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. And alpha beta, the product of the roots, equal to roots or zeros, is equal to c by a, which is constant by coefficient of x square. And the last one, cubic polynomial. Here the degree is 3 and the general form is this, and you have find some three zeros for this polynomial, so it will be alpha, beta and gamma. Then you can write alpha plus beta plus gamma as negative b by a, which is equal to negative of coefficient of x square by coefficient of x cube, and alpha beta, beta gamma, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma equal to c by a, which is equal to coefficient of x by coefficient of x cube, and alpha beta gamma, the product of the three roots, is equal to negative d by a, which is equal negative constant by coefficient of x cube. So we will explain this all with some examples. 3 examples are given, and this one is a linear polynomial, this is a quadratic, and that one is a cubic polynomial. So we have to find out the zeros in the first two and check whether the relation is correct or not. Okay, first we want to find out the solution of or the zeros of this linear polynomial 4x plus 3. So we can take p of x as 4x plus 3. So whenever you are having a 0, that must be equal to, the polynomial must be equal to 0. So substitute 4x plus 3 equal to 0. Then you will get 4x equal to negative 3 and x equal to negative 3 by 4. Okay, this is the solution of this polynomial plus b, am I right? So a equal to 4 and b equal to 3. Then negative b by a, which is equal to negative 3 by 4. This is the 0 of this polynomial. So our relation holds. Okay. And what about the 2x square minus 8x plus 6? Here this is of the form ax square plus bx plus c. So a equal to 2 and b equal to negative 8, c equal to 6. Okay. First we want to find out the zeros of this polynomial. For that I am taking this 2x square minus 8x plus 6. I am splitting the middle term. Then only we can, otherwise you can find out through trial and error method, taking p of 1, p of 2, p of 0, just like that. I am using this method, 2x square minus 6x minus 2x. Okay, minus 6x minus 2x is same as minus 8x. Then only I can take the common factor outside. I am taking 2x from the first two terms. 2x can be taken outside. It will be x minus 3. What about this? Here I can take minus 2 outside. Then it will be 6. And this plus means negative into negative is plus. 1 negative I take it from outside. So you have to write negative 6 here. Sorry, negative 3 here. 3 into 2 is 6. Okay. So here I got a common factor as x minus 3 and the other one is 2x minus 2. Okay. So this will give you the 0 of this polynomial. This is equal to 0 when we have to put 0 here. Then only you will get the 0. Okay. X minus 3 into 2x minus 2 equal to 0 means either x minus 3 equal to 0 or 2x minus 2 equal to 0. If x minus 3 equal to 0, you will get x equal to 3. So x equal to 3 is the 0 of this polynomial. Then what about this one? Or 2x minus 2 equal to 0. That means 2x equal to 2 and x equal to 2 by 2, 1. So here are the two zeros. That means alpha equal to 3 and beta equal to 1. Okay, we got alpha and beta here. Then we want to find out the sum of alpha and beta, alpha plus beta. We have studied, 3 plus 1, 4. What about alpha beta? 3 into 1, 3. So first we want to find out alpha plus beta is whether it is equal to negative b by a. So we are going to find out negative b by a. Negative b by a means b is negative 8. So negative of negative 8 by a is 1, which is 8 by 2, which is equal to 4. This relation is correct. And what about alpha beta, which is equal to c by a? C by A means which is equal to 6 by 2 and this is 3. Both the relations holds on this quadratic polynomial also. Understood? Moving on to the cubic polynomial, in this question the zeros I have already given. Otherwise you have to find out the zeros of this polynomial. Here it is given, so no problem. We have to check whether the relation holds or not. So we can take alpha as 3, beta as -1 and gamma as -1 by 3. First we want to find out alpha plus beta plus gamma. 3 plus -1 plus -1 by 3. It will be 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3. 3 minus 1 is 2 minus 1 by 3. 3 into 2, 6 minus 1, 5 by 3. You got alpha plus beta plus gamma as 5 by 3. We have studied that alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to negative b by a. So before that I am writing a as 3 and b is -5. Okay. C is -3. From this quadratic polynomial we can, cubic polynomial we can write a as the coefficient of x cube, b is the coefficient of x square, c is the coefficient of x and the constant term is c. So I am taking a as 3, b as -5, c as -11 and d as -3. Okay, so we can substitute this negative b by a. Find out negative b by a, which is negative of -5 by a is 3, which is equal to 5 by 3. This is right. Am I right? Alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to negative b by a. That's right. Then what about alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma? So into -1 plus beta into gamma means -1 into -1 by 3 plus alpha gamma is 3 into -1 by 3. 3 into -1 by 3. So you will get -3 plus 1 by 3 plus this -1. 3 minus 1 is 2 again. 3 minus 1 is -4 plus 1 by 3. You will get -12 plus 1 by 3, which is -11 by 3. So what about this negative c by a? We have studied that alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is c by a. Whether it holds or not, we can check. C by a equal to c is -11 by a is 3. This is also right. This is equal to alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma. So these two conditions are right. In the last case, which is alpha beta gamma. Alpha is 3, beta is -1 and gamma is -1 by 3. So you will get 1 as the answer. We want to check whether negative d by a is this one. Negative d by a. Negative of d is -3 by a is 3. Negative of negative is positive. 3 by 3 is 1. So we got alpha beta gamma equal to d by -d by a. This also holds. So all these conditions are correct. So we can write that the relation between zeros and the coefficients of polynomials is right. According to the linear polynomial, it will be negative b by a. And what about the quadratic polynomial? The sum of the zeros will be negative b by a and the product will be c by a. And when moving on to the cubic polynomial, sum of the zeros alpha plus beta plus gamma equal to negative b by a and the product of the zeros alpha beta gamma equal to negative d by a and alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma equal to c by a. So we can move on to the exercise 2.2. Here is our exercise 2.2. The first question. Find the zeros and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. There are 6 sub-questions in this first question. First, we want to find out the zeros. First, we want to find out the solutions for each of these polynomials and we want to check whether the the relation between the coefficients and zeros holds or not. The last example we have studied, these all are very simple. So we will do together. This is the polynomial x square minus 2x minus 8. Okay. First we want to find out the zeros. That means this must be equal to 0. So we have to put this as 0. And I am going to split the middle term. In the last example we have studied just like that. X square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8. Okay, I split the middle term into negative 4x plus 2x. Minus 4x plus 2x is minus 2x itself. Okay. So this will be, I am taking x from this outside, x into x minus 4. From this I am taking 2 outside, you will get x minus 4 here also. Okay, so you can take x plus 2 into x minus 4 equal to 0. Okay, x minus 2, x minus 4 and x plus 2 equal to 0. So you will get x equal to either negative 2 or x equal to plus 4. So the two zeros are this. And what we want to do? We want to check the relationship between these zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial. So alpha equal to negative 2 and beta equal to 4. We know that a equal to the coefficient of x square is 1. So we want to write a equal to 1 and b equal to negative 2 and c equal to negative 8 here. Okay. So we are moving alpha plus beta as negative 2 plus 4 which is equal to 2. This can be written as, okay, then negative b by a equal to negative of negative 2 by a is 2. Sorry, 1, a is 1. So you will get 2. So alpha plus beta equal to negative b by a. That's right. Then what about alpha beta? Alpha beta means negative 2 into 4. Negative 2 into 4 is negative 8. And we want to find out c by a is this negative 8 or not. C is negative 8, a is 1. So you will get negative 8 here also. So the relation holds for this polynomial. Got it? Move on to the next one. The next polynomial is this. Here P of S equal to 4s square minus 4s plus 1. This is of the form a minus b all square. Am I right? Or otherwise you can write this as 2s whole square minus 2 into 2s into 1 plus 1. Isn't it? 2s square is 4s square. 2 into 2s, that is 4s plus 1. This is of the form 2s minus 1 whole square. 2s minus 1 whole square. So you got 2s minus 1 into 2s minus 1. Am I right? These all are equal to 0. Then only you can find out the zeros of this polynomial. Then you will get 2s equal to 1 and s equal to 1 by 2. Here also s equal to 1 by 2. It has two zeros and both the zeros are same. It is 1 by 2. So how can you find out this? Alpha is 1 by 2. Beta is also 1 by 2. Alpha plus beta will be 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 which is equal to 1. Negative b by a equal to negative b is, what is negative b? In this case a equal to 4. Am I right? B equal to negative 4 and c equal to 1. That we know. So substitute for a, b and c. So you will get negative of negative 4. Don't forget to write this negative. Okay. B is already negative and one more negative is there. So negative of negative 4 by 1. You will get the 4 as the answer. തെറ്റിയ ഡുങ്കുരു ഡുങ്കുരു വേണമെന്നൂടെ പറയാം. Here a equal to 4, the coefficient of s square, b equal to coefficient of s negative 4 and c equal to 1. That you know. So first you want to find out negative b by, we have found that alpha plus beta equal to 1. We want to find out the negative b by a. So negative b is negative 4. Don't forget to put the negative. This is b and this is negative b. By a is 4. So 4 by 4 which is equal to 1. So we got this alpha plus beta equal to negative b by a. Then what about alpha beta? Alpha beta equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 which is equal to 1 by 4. Alpha beta is 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 which is 1 by 4. And we want to check whether this is equal to c by a. C by A is, C is 1 and A is 4, 1 by 4. This is alpha beta itself. Am I right? So we can write alpha beta equal to C by A. So both the relations holds for this polynomial also. What about the third polynomial? We can write this as P of x equal to 6x square minus 7x minus 3. This is the standard form of this quadratic polynomial. First the term of x square, then term of x and the constant. This is the normal form. So I am writing that, rearranging these all terms in this style. Then we want to put this P of x equal to 0. Then you will get 6x square minus 7x minus 3 equal to 0. This I am going to split the middle term by minus 9x plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, this minus 7x can be written like this, minus 9x plus 2. Minus 9 plus 2 is negative 7. So we are getting the same answer. So we can write just like this. And I am taking 3x from the first two terms. It will be when I am taking this 3 outside, it will be 2x. 2x minus 3 will be here. Here also plus 2x minus that is there. So no problem, equal to 0. Here a common factor is there, 2x minus 3 into 3x, this plus, here nothing is there, so we can write 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So you will get either 2x minus 3 equal to 0 or 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So 2x equal to, taking this negative 3 to that side, it will be 3 and x equal to 3 by 2. What about this? 3x equal to negative 1 and x equal to negative 1 by 3. Okay. So our alpha is 3 by 2 and beta is negative 1 by 3. We can find alpha plus beta as 3 by 2 plus negative 1 by 3. So we can cross multiply 9 minus 2 by 6, which will be 7 by 6. And negative b by a, you want to find out negative by a. Before that we want to write a, b and c, you know. A equal to, what is a? 6. B equal to coefficient of x, not this 3, this 1, negative 7. C is negative 3. Okay, this is our coefficients. So negative b by a is negative of, here also one negative is there, negative 7 by a is 6. It will be 7 by 6. So what you got? Alpha plus beta as negative b by a. So this is right. Then what about alpha beta? Alpha beta is 3 by 2 into negative 1 by 3. This 3 is common to both, so you will get negative 1 by 2. So we have to check whether this is equal to c by a, isn't it? So c is negative 3 and by a is 6. Negative 3 is common to this 3 and 6, so you will get negative 1 by 2. This is itself alpha beta. So alpha beta equal to c by a. So both the conditions hold for this also. Then the last one, t square minus 15. That is very simple. T square minus 15, only one variable is there. So only two terms are there. So it is very easy to write. P of t can be written like this, t square minus 15. Just substitute p of t as 0. Then t square minus 15 will be equal to 0. You can take this number to that side, t square equal to 15. Then t will be plus or minus root 15. Taking square root to both the sides, you will get t as plus root 15 and t as negative root 15. Okay, so our alpha is root 15 and beta is negative root 15. Okay, so first you want to find out alpha plus beta. Root 15 plus negative root 15 equal to 0. What is alpha beta? Alpha beta is root 15 into negative root 15. Root 15 to root 15 is 15. Then 1 minus should be there. So we can find out negative b by a and c by a. Before that you want to write a, b and c. What is a? The coefficient of t square. Nothing is there. So a is 1. What is b? Nothing is there in the term as the coefficient of t. So we can write b as 0. That number is missing here. You know, t square minus 15 is only there. We need a term with the coefficient of t. It is not there. So we can write b as 0. What about c, which is negative 15? So negative b by a means Negative 0 by 1. No need to write these all. You can write just straightly into 0. What about C by A? Negative 15 by A is 1. You will get negative 15. So negative B by A you got as alpha plus beta, and C by A you got as alpha beta. So in this case also all the verifications as we have completed. Next question, 4u square plus 8u. Okay, so we can take this as the p of u, 4u square plus 8u. Okay, and substitute this p of u equal to 0. So you will get 4u square plus 8u equal to 0. Then taking 4u outside, you will get u plus 2u equal to 0. 4u into u is 4u square. 4u into 2 is 4 into 2, 8u. 8. Okay, this is u plus 2. Then only you will get 8u here. So either 4u equal to 0 or u plus 2 equal to 0. Got it? Then you will get u as 0 by 4, u equal to 0. Either u equal to 0 or u equal to negative 2. So you are getting the 0 of this polynomial as one u equal to 0 and other u equal to negative 2. So we can take alpha as 0 and beta as negative 2. Okay. Then find out alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta means 0 plus negative 2 equal to negative 2. Then alpha beta. 0 into negative 2 equal to 0. So you got alpha plus beta and alpha beta. What about negative b by a and c by a? Before that we want to write what is a. A is 4, coefficient of u square. B is coefficient of u, which is 8. What about c? C is not present there. It is missing. That the constant term is not there. So c is equal to 0. Then substitute here. Negative b is 8 by a equal to 4. You will get negative 2. Both the answers are right. Then c by a. C is 0 by a is 4. So you will get 0. Here also both are right. So our verification is completed regarding this question. Then moving on to the next one. We will take this as p of x, which is equal to 3x square minus x minus 4. Okay. Then substitute p of x equal to 0. Then you will get 3x square minus x minus 4 equal to 0. Here also we want to split the middle term. Then I am writing this 3x square minus, for this x minus x I am writing this minus 4x plus 3x. Minus 4x plus 3x is minus x. Then minus 4 also you have to written here. From this you can take x outside, you will get 3x minus 4. Here nothing is to be taken outside. You can just write this as 3x minus 4. Then also you will get a common factor as 3x minus 4. Take outside 3x minus 4 and write this x plus. Here nothing is there. So you want to write x plus 1. Okay. You take this both the common factors outside. Then one x is left here and 1 is left here. So you can take this as another factor x plus 1, which is equal to 0. Then it will be 3x minus 4 equal to 0 or x plus 1 equal to 0. If 3x minus 4 equal to 0, what does it mean? 3x equal to 4. Or we can write x equal to 4 by 3. And here x plus 1 equal to 0 means x equal to negative 1. So our two zeros are 4 by 3 and negative 1. So we can take alpha as 4 by 3 and beta as negative 1. Now what we want to find? We want to find out alpha plus beta and alpha beta. Alpha plus beta is 4 by 3 plus negative 1, which is 4 minus 3 by 3. Just cross multiply. Then you will get 1 by 3. What about alpha beta? 4 by 3 into negative 1. You will get negative 4 by 3. So you got alpha plus beta and alpha beta. What we want to verify? Just find out negative b by a and c by a and check whether both are correct. So before that I am writing a as the coefficient of x square 3, b as the coefficient of x which is negative 1, not simply 1, you have to write negative 1. Then here c is negative 4. So alpha negative b by a equal to negative of negative 1 by 3. So you will get negative b by a, you will get 1 by 3. And what about c by a? C by a is, what is c? C is negative 4 by a is 3, so you will get negative 4 by 3. Check whether both are correct or not. You have got alpha plus beta and negative b by a both are 1 by 3 as 1 by 3. And what about alpha beta and c by a? Both are negative 4 by 3. So hence your verification of this polynomial. Okay, the first question is completed. Let's move on to the second question. Okay, the second question is find the quadratic polynomial if each with the given numbers has the sum and product of its zeros respectively. So there are 6 sub questions. I have already written 3 of them. In that the numbers given is the sum and product of the zeros. So in this question 1 by 4 is the sum and negative 1 is the product. Okay. From this we have to find out the quadratic polynomial. We have to make the quadratic polynomial. So if alpha and beta are the 2 zeros of any quadratic polynomial, then you can write the polynomial as, if the variable is x square, then you can write x square minus alpha beta into x plus alpha beta. You have studied, isn't it? We have discussed this in the just before. So p of x can be written as, if x is the variable, you can write x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is the form of a quadratic polynomial with sum and product. So just substitute the sum and product in this equation. That's only. So we can write x square minus sum is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4x plus alpha beta is negative 1. So just cross multiply this 4x square minus x, then minus 4. So you will get the polynomial as 4x square minus x minus 4. This is your polynomial p of x. Okay, very simple, you know. Moving on to the next one. Here alpha plus beta is root 2 and alpha beta is 1 by 3. So we know that if shall we take y, then p of y equal to y square minus alpha plus beta into y plus alpha beta. This is alpha. So y square minus alpha plus beta is root 2y plus alpha beta is 1 by 3. Okay, just take this 3 to this side. So you will get 3y square minus 3 root 2y plus 1. This is your polynomial. Third question, you can write here alpha plus beta as 0, alpha beta as root 5. Then if you are taking this as t, p of t can be written as t square minus alpha plus beta into t plus alpha beta. So you can write alpha plus, instead of alpha plus beta we can substitute 0 t plus alpha beta is root 5. So we can write like this, root t square plus root 5. Okay. Fourth question, here also sum alpha plus beta 1 and alpha beta is also 1. We can write the polynomial p of x as x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. So we can write x square minus 1x plus 1. Okay, so our polynomial is x square minus x plus 1. Very simple. Moving on to the next. Here alpha plus beta equal to negative 1 by 4. Alpha beta equal to 1 by 4. So we can write our polynomial p of u as u square minus alpha plus beta into u plus alpha beta. So you will get u square minus alpha plus beta is negative 1 by 4. So one negative minus is here and another negative is inside this bracket, and u plus alpha beta is 1 by 4. So we can write u square, negative into negative, which is positive, 1 by 4 u plus 1 by 4. Here both the terms have the denominator 4. So we can take this into the u square. It will be 4u square plus u plus 1. Okay. Last one. Here alpha plus beta equal to 4 and alpha beta equal to what? 1. Then the polynomial is p of z. I am writing just like this, z square minus alpha plus beta into z plus alpha beta. So z square itself minus alpha plus beta is 4. 4z plus alpha beta is 1. So our polynomial is this. So these all are very simple, you know. So today we have discussed about the zeros and the relation between the coefficients of the polynomials of linear, quadratic and cubic polynomials. I think all of you understood all those, and regarding that we have completed the exercise 2.2. If you have any doubt, as always, please make it on my comment box, and please follow my videos and share to the other students. And thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next video with another topic.